You aspire to lead high-performing teams. Let's unpack this idea a bit more so you know what you've gotten yourself into. What is the difference between a team and a high-performing team? Simply put, it's a team as we've defined it, but one that is highly effective and produces superior results. So, one with complementary skills, commitment to a common purpose, shared performance goals, and mutual accountability. But consider this idea of effectiveness. What does it actually mean to be a highly effective team and produce superior results? Lots of teams can deliver a good result. In fact, lots of groups can deliver good results too. According to the late Richard Hackman, high-performing teams are able to satisfy both internal and external clients, develop the team's learning and capacity to succeed in the future, and give individual team members a sense of meaning, leaving them feeling satisfied. Consider how this compares with your most recent team project. First, what did the outcome look like? Did you meet expectations or did you exceed them? Was your boss happy? Was the client happy? Second, did the project equip the team for even greater success in the future? Did you learn something? Will you be able to work together even better next time? Third, are team members excited about the experience? Now that the project is over, do they feel burnt out or energized? Are they optimistic and looking forward to working together again? With this criteria, a high-performing team is actually quite rare. If this sounds like your work team, count yourself lucky. The team leader is doing something right. So, how can you help to get your team to this point? Caproni offers 5 foundations for building high-performing teams. The 5 Ps: purpose, performance, people, process, and practice. Purpose. Clearly defined and meaningful purpose helps set the direction of the team and inspire commitment to that direction. Performance. Clear and achievable performance goals should be set, allowing the team to judge their progress. People. Members should have complementary perspectives to offer, as well as skills relevant to both the task itself and working well in groups. Process. It's important to develop a process of working together that is results-driven and uses time resources efficiently. Practice. Teams should have the opportunity to reflect on their performance, continuously learning and improving both their task effectiveness and their ability to work as a team. Easy, right? This is one of those things that sounds simple enough in principle, but is extremely difficult to actually achieve in practice. As a leader, it is critical to recognize and try to improve the team dynamics driving each of these 5 foundations. But to make things even more complicated, the criteria needed to achieve high performance and the key team attributes that help to get there can be different depending on the team's objective. So, while Caproni's 5 Ps might be foundational for high-performing teams in general, the way that you lead a team can shift depending on what that team is currently trying to achieve. Let's review 2 major factors that can vary what a high-performing team might look like: team stage and team type. The most common framework for understanding stages in a team work cycle was first developed by Bruce Tuckman. He argued that teams, including high-performing teams, go through a growth cycle. During the forming stage, members act like strangers. There is a lot of uncertainty about each other and the task, so they act formally, trying to establish basic expectations and ground rules for engagement. In the storming stage, members still see themselves as a collection of individuals, but increased familiarity means that they are more open with each other. This can breed a struggle for control over the direction of the project or team leadership. In the norming stage, conflict is resolved and members start to feel more like a team. Members come together and accept the team direction. Finally, in the performing stage, the team finds its groove. They trust one another and are able to get on with the work cooperatively and efficiently. High-performing teams are those teams that don't get stuck in the early stages and are able to move on to performing relatively quickly. It is the role of the leader to help facilitate this team progression. When forming, leaders play a dominant director role. They need to provide clarity, define roles and expertise, inspire a shared purpose, and encourage mutual accountability. When the team is in the storming stage, leaders act as persuaders, but also encourage dialogue, allowing task-focused, constructive conflict over challenging issues. They seek out new information to inform or challenge the group's thinking. When the team is in the norming stage, leaders are the supporter of the team. They act more like a participant than a leader, encouraging people to get onto the same page. They embed functional group processes for working together. In the final performing stage, leaders can adopt a delegator style. They keep the team on track and focused on the objective, but allow them to be more self-managed. While Tuckman's model is the most widely used, there are a number of other frameworks that suggest variations in the team cycle, and variations in the best practice for leadership as the team evolves. Team type is another major factor that shapes the nature of a high-performing team and the ideal way to lead it. Simply stated by Cohen and Bailey, the team type matters for the determinants of effectiveness. There are a number of typologies and unfortunately little consensus over the most appropriate way to classify teams. Indeed, a review by Devine in 2002 identified 14 different types of teams discussed in the literature over a 50-year span. Hollenbeck and his colleagues found 42 different team types being defined in the literature. So there's consensus that team type is important, but not on which typology is most useful. To illustrate why team type is important, let's consider a simple taxonomy that differentiates between problem-solving teams, like a task force or a decision-making team, creative teams, like a marketing or product development team, and tactical teams, like a team of surgeons or a military assault team. A problem-solving team must communicate unique knowledge openly, while also staying focused on the key issues. To achieve this, the leader must help foster trust and communication in the team. A creative team must explore all possibilities and alternatives to find innovative solutions. To achieve this, the leader must give members a sense of freedom and autonomy, reducing the perceived risk of speaking up. A tactical team must have clear roles, strong norms, and agreed-upon objectives. To achieve this, the leader must help make things clear for the team, often requiring a more directive style. So, different types of teams benefit from different group dynamics. One size does not fit all. Therefore, team leadership needs to be adapted to fit team needs. To provide a bit more parsimony for managing the broader range of team types, Hollenbeck and colleagues proposed 3 key dimensions for evaluating the structure of teams. Authority differentiation. To what extent is the team self-managing versus authoritatively led? Skill differentiation. Do the members have diverse skills and roles, or are they homogeneous? Temporal stability. Was the team formed for a short-term and fixed purpose, or do they remain intact over multiple project cycles? The authors suggest that leaders should consider where the team is on these dimensions, and then consider how the team might benefit from moving along one or more of these dimensions. For example, a team with too much skill differentiation might have trouble communicating. If communication is critical for task success, a leader might offer opportunities for more shared experiences or shared training, giving the team a chance for collective sense-making and development of stronger communication norms. On the flip side, teams with no skill differentiation might not be creative. If innovation is important to the task, a leader might add new members with more specialized knowledge, or encourage individual team members to take a specialist role or perspectives during the project. Clearly, developing a high-performing team is not as easy as it might look on the surface. You can adopt best practice by applying simple models like Caproni's 5 Ps. But to really take your team to the next level, you will need to carefully consider the team's objectives and where they are in the process of achieving those objectives, and then use that information to determine what group processes will help your team succeed and how you can foster that process through leadership.